Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode on Mindcrack. Oh my gosh. So, I am talking to you today from Austin, Texas. Yeehaw! I am back in Austin. I hope to gorsh that everything is gonna go great with this episode, and that this is the first time I'm trying to record a long 30-minute Mindcrack, and oh my gosh, I hope that everything goes fine. Basically, I'm gonna cut down some of these trees because I want it for my flowers. So I'm here in Austin, and I mentioned last episode that I didn't have a computer, and so I talked to Acer and they sent one. So I'm using this computer now to record my episode, and I cannot be more grateful. This episode would have been impossible if Acer didn't get me this computer. So really happy about that. But I wanted to tell you a little bit about my travel here, because it was definitely kind of exciting. I'd also like to pick up some of these dark oak saplings, but I don't know if I want to wait around for them to fall, because I want to be a nice guy. Oh, there's one. I want to be a nice guy and replant this tree that I just chopped down. Oh, there's two. We just need two more. Tree, will you provide 2 more saplings for me? Oh, that's just an oak. I don't want an oak. Go away. Do I see? Oh, no. I just saw the gravy rainbow. So, I got... Ooh, there's one. Oh, we need a piece of dirt. Oh, good. We have that as well. So, I flew out of the Oakland airport yesterday on Tuesday, and I don't know why, but I wrote down that I needed to get to the that I need to leave for the airport at 3, and my flight was at 4:45. I don't know why I decided that was a good... Birch? No. I want to be a nice guy. There we go. Here we are. Nice guy achieved. And bloop. There we go. So, I think that I thought like 2 hours before. I don't know why I thought that, but I did. And I was in such a tizzy to get Mindcrack out, and I had a whole bunch of other stuff. There's a new series coming up with me and Good in a few days. Get hyped, excited. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but there is a new series coming out with me and Good very soon. And I was editing and encoding that, and there's just all sorts of stuff that was going on that I was trying to... I forgot a whole bunch of stuff. But anyway... I had all sorts of stuff going through my mind, and I looked at the calendar, and I saw that I needed to leave for the airport at 3, and I thought, that seems short, but when my head was in a better place, that was what I decided. I decided 3 was when we were going to leave. I was going to leave. And so I thought, well, I'm just going to trust my old self, and, oh, you know what? I could make these half slabs. There's a crafting table here. Let's do that. Let's conserve the... So anyway, I packed up. I didn't have stuff packed. Like, there's all sorts... I was running into all sorts of issues leaving. So I finally leave. I get in the car, and my GPS says it's going to take you 1 hour and 40 minutes to get to the airport. And I'm just like, oh no. Like, that means that I would have 5 minutes to get from the place that I park my car to the terminal. 5 total minutes. That can't happen. Like, there's no way. So I start to drive to the airport. And I don't know if you guys know, there's this awesome app called Waze, which basically it's a social GPS app. So you create a user and you can report on accidents or like cars on the side of the road. Like you can report on all that stuff, and it'll let other Wazers know about it, and it's really awesome. And it also is kind of the perfect way to anyway, it'll send you on sometimes like funky routes so that you can avoid traffic. So I knew about this, and so I downloaded Waze. And this is, I gotta say, don't do this unless if you're really desperate. No, don't do this like I did, but I downloaded it like while I was driving, like entering my passwords so that I could download this app. So, oh god, it was super dangerous and like super nerve-wracking, right? So I download this app, and it tells me that I could get there in an hour and 4 minutes. So we just shaved like 35 minutes. So I'm like super happy about that. But still, that would only give me 40 minutes to get to my my flight. But that's all we can do, right? We're already in this situation. So I do that. Waze takes me on crazy locations and like exiting at weird points to avoid traffic, and works great. The traffic got even worse, so it ended up and it tells you, it says recalculating, like recalculating estimated time or whatever. It's great. It's a great app. The one issue that I have with it is it's difficult to search. And so like I had to type in like basically the exact address of where I was going, and that was a little bit annoying. I wanted to just be like Oakland, go there. And that didn't work out so hot. But anyway, so that ooh. There we go. Okay, everything's back. My audio to me is making weird old sounds. Boop. Do you guys? I wonder if that's getting recorded or not. Let me test something out real fast. 1 second. That's very, very weird. Okay, so it's been a little bit for me. It hasn't probably been so much for you. I had some pretty big issues with my audio drivers because I've installed another audio driver. It was futzing. It's big old futzing. So I finished this floor here and up here. So when we talked last, I had mentioned I was using Waze, which was great. So Waze dropped me off at the parking lot about 4:15, and I had to get there, remember, by 4:30. So I only had I had 30 minutes, right? No big deal. I've parked at this parking lot before. I'm going to be fine. I just know it. The famous last words. I go up, and there's an attendant at the kiosk, which there sometimes is. Sometimes there's like they make it all personal and they tell you where to go park or whatever. And he asked, "Do you have a reservation?" I was like, "Nope. I'm just here, just to park." And he was like, "We only take reservations." I was like, I know that's a lie, because I have parked here many times before, and it was never required that I have a reservation. It was like, yeah, well, we're doing this, because of the holidays. We're just all full up, and we just don't have enough space. And bye, Adlington. And so I was like, okay. And I pulled out, like, I've parked here so many times that they gave me a whatchamacallit, one of those like silver memberships, because I park so long. Oh, maybe I can sleep. And so like I pull out my silver membership card. It's like, hey, I park with you guys a lot, and it would be like awesome. I know this probably isn't your policy. If I could just park here, because remember, I had 30 minutes to get to my flight, and then the guy gets like super short with me, and I'm positive it was because I pulled out my silver membership card, and he was like, "No, I'm sorry, we can't," or we can't. He didn't say no, but he was like, "We can't do that." And I was like, "Well, could you point me in the direction of one of your competitors that has open parking? Like, because I have to park. Like, I can't just not park. Like, do you know of anyone around that's not doing this policy?" And he's like, "Nope, can't do that." And like, he's just super rude, like crazy unhelpful. It was like, I would have been super mad even if I wasn't running late for my flight, which was taking off in 30 minutes. He didn't even let me, like, they can normally raise the gate and allow you to turn around in their lot. He didn't even let me do that. He forced me to back up and then go through this little side thing to get out of their lot. I was so incredibly frustrated after that. So I literally look across the street. There's another parking lot. I go, because this is right in front of the airport. So I go across the street. I forget the name of it. There wasn't any attendant, so I grab a ticket, start to go through, and I'm looking, and normally there's like a sign that's like, you should park on row B or whatever. And I'm looking for the sign, I don't see it. So I just like, well, maybe this is like, just park wherever and they'll just see you park. Oh, I need more. Andesite. Beef the other day so that I could take some of his cobble. So let's go steal some of his cobble. Let's do that. So I start to just move on to park, and then I see an attendant kind of from far away, and he was like dealing with something else, and so he's rushing over. So I slow down so he can talk to me or whatever. And it's like, "Hey, do you have an appointment?" I was like, "Oh my freaking gosh!" I was like, "No, I don't have an appointment. But I am running late, so I'd really appreciate it if you could just let me." This is. There we go. There's some andesite. There's some andesite. He has little bits of andesite all scattered throughout his chests. There's one piece of andesite. It's funny, just the andesite alone. I think it's gonna get up. Okay, sorry I went through all your stuff, Beep. And I don't know if it was because I had already like gotten through the gate and was like in the lot and obviously about ready to park, or the fact that it was like, "Hey, dude, I just love to park here. Like, I would adore parking here." And he was like, "Okay, yeah, just park on row 2 or whatever." And I was like, "Oh my God." So I park. As I'm unloading my stuff, the shuttle comes along. He's waiting for me. No wait for the shuttle. Get on the shuttle. No one else is on it. I'm super worried that he's going to wait around for other passengers because I was running so late. He pulls out his paper, but then when he realizes that I sat down, he puts it away. We go, and he kind of looks around for a little bit, and he calls on his little radio, like, 1, leaving for the airport. And I'm like, thank the Lord. Like, oh my gosh, this is the best stuff ever. I get to the airport, and there's 20 minutes before. It took me 10 minutes to work out the parking and to take the shuttle over. So there's 20 minutes. I don't have my tickets. So I go to a kiosk. Luckily, I was not checking. If I was checking a bag, the whole story would be over, right? Wasn't checking a bag. Everything was carry-on. So I go up to a little kiosk. They have little, whatchamacallit, where you can get a ticket if you're just printing it out. So go up and do that. Whoops. There we go. Oh, that's not quite the same. Can I forget how do I? No. Haha. There we go. I knew there was some way to make that happen. So I go print out at the thing, and then I get in the first line for security. Once I get through like showing my ID, I get in the back of the line to go through the little scanner, the body scanner. I elected to do the body scanner. Sometimes I don't. And this time I was like, I don't have time. I don't have time to silently protest this naked body scanner. So when I was at the back of the line for security, I had 15 minutes until my flight took off. And so it took me 10 minutes to get through security. I had 5 minutes until the scheduled departure of my flight. And I got to the gate, and they were boarding the very last people. So luckily, they hadn't boarded everyone. I wasn't that guy where they were like waiting around for me. But they had boarded a lot of the people, and oh my gosh, I was so happy to be able to get on that flight. So I ended up getting on the flight just fine. And and on top of that, not only did I get on the flight just fine, but I fly Southwest and there's no assigned seating, and so I always never know. I always never know. I never know if I'm going to get a exit row or not. Or no, not an exit row. I don't know that either. But I don't normally get an exit row. I get a window seat so I can fall asleep. And it turns out nobody was on the windows at the back, which is where I like to plop down, because if the plane isn't full, then you might get a full row to yourself if you're in the back. But if you're in the front, someone was always going to sit with you. So I got a window seat on top of that. I got to sleep the whole flight, and everything was happy. So here I am now in Austin, Texas. And, I even said that I was going to pre-record. Not doing it. We're doing it live, baby. So everything right now is going pretty good. I'm in Austin, Texas. The house is looking fantastic. Fan-freaking-tastic. Let's go up and just quickly look at our handiwork that we did. Floors looking hot. Ceiling looking like a ceiling. Looking good. And we can start to decorate. I decided to do this. I forgot if I showed that or not. But there we go. That looks pretty posh. And I really like this stairway, even though I don't think we're gonna keep it. And I'll also come out with some rules on how to do this. I should probably fill this in so it doesn't look like I just covered up the ceiling stuff. Once the whole building is finished, it's gonna be easier to do all this. Oh, you know what one thing is? Like, we can put little torches down. It won't stop all spawning, but it will stop some where there are still these full slabs. There we go. There we go. Perfect. That about wraps it up for this episode of Mindcrack. It's probably going to get up really late for a lot of people, but what can you do? I'm doing it live. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys on another episode of Mindcrack.